I feel like the Sages are gonna kind of be, snooping around. They're gonna be. There's a lot of suspicion coming from them. I feel like in summertime, I feel like they're also coming out of an isolated period or ended a long-term relationship and kind of back on the mark. I get that energy of newness for some reason,
Mm,
like putting their fingers in their toes in the pool again, and so I feel like there's gonna be like a fresh start for Sagittarius when it comes to
mm,
relationships, opening up again. Maybe you're dating now again, and you've been closed off to dating for some time, but I feel like there's this childlike quality that's coming out from them too, saying, you know what, I kind of like want to have that kind of that high school dating type of experience again. I want to feel young again.
mhm,
So I feel like there's gonna be
mm.
that adventurous, youthful energy for the summertime with Sages, especially men and actually men and women too. I just find men being more suspicious this summer though too, as they're kind of looking around into newer environments. It feels like a good release for me, and so I think that if there's when they're single, they're gonna meet different personalities and then interview them and have some cuddle sessions and then go with another cuddle session here. The women will kind of like drag out a dating experience a little more, and so but it'll be pleasurable in a sense. If they're in a relationship, and this is more collective too. I feel like they're gonna want to release some sort of secret information or something about them that's been hidden. So there might be some talk about their past that might resurface. Say, you know what? I never told you this before. I've been with you 20 years, but I'm a man, right? So they might release something that's really like 20 years. You didn't tell me this. Just kidding. But they might reveal something that they've been holding for. So I see a lot of like expression in that sense too for those in relationships to reveal and to get deeper in a sense, and allowing us to be more transparent too. If they're in a relationship. Those who are not in relationship, I'm sensing like more of like if you're thinking about building a home or even moving, something of that construct will be kind of more of the summertime. So moving will be a great time in the summertime to find the house that you love. If you want to build a house, like I said before, building would be great. So a lot more restructuring going on for Sages in the summertime.
Mm. Yeah, well, Jupiter in Gemini for Sag is the house of relationships and marriage. So I think the universe is pushing them towards a better long-term relationship setting. But the North Node in Aries says that it's time to go after their heart again. So when you said they want to be young again and go back to their teenage life, I completely concur. I think that's
Mhm.
really true. I actually feel like it's funny. The Sag men, I think, have been really focused on money and
Mhm.
doing well and
Right.
succeeding. And so I think Sag men have sort of kept things very shallow or not really super engaged. Like
Right.
they've been so like out at work and doing things and being responsible with Pluto in the second house. So they're just now going, huh, maybe I want someone I can grow old with. So I think for the first time, Sag men are starting to think it more long term.
Right.
Sag women, I think, have been super responsible, like doing all their mama duties or their whatever duties. And I think they're going to be slower, like you said. I think they want to be
Right.
friends first. I agree, but they really have like this very passionate romantic side of them
Right.
that I don't think they've allowed themselves to really ever express.
Right.
Like they, they know that they are super cheesy, but only for a moment.
Right.
Like then they're sort of back to work, I think.
Right.
But I do think that they are sort of on the countdown to finding true love. I think, I think if Sages are in a relationship that is not sparking them, it's going to probably end this summer, or you're going to realize it needs to end. You're going to
Right.
realize it's over.
Right.
And I think Sages are going to start to realize, like, okay, I'm starting to feel like they're starting to open up to relationships for the
Right.
first time,
Yep.
change priorities, and
Yeah.
remember what their heart really wants. I think Sages, the South Node for them is in the house of society. So Sages have done a lot of escaping from their friends.
Right.
And I think that's actually a part, like with everyone and their friends all hooking up now and starting to
Right.
settle in relationships, they're going to sort of be like, maybe I should go home on time and not be the last one at the party. So I think there's this sort of realization that's not time to grow. It's funny, they want their inner child to come out, but in
Right.
a way, it's also time to be a grown up
Right.
and start to like and really look for a more of a longer term solution. And
Yep.
maybe you see that you're aging, and it's just like better cash in now while you can, kind of
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I feel.
Very
Yeah.
much so, yeah, and not micromanaging your relationships either. Well, this one's for the cuddle session, this one's for this, and really understanding unification and wanting something more stable, and consistent, and really feeling that passion and love again. So, yeah, it's to me, it's a great time for them to make. And again, that structuring. So you said marriage. I felt like structuring, building a home, starting a home, that whole foundational structural energy. So, yeah, I,
Yes.
I think that'd be a great time for them to make a great realization of that seriousness of the future for
You
sure.
hit it on the head. Saturn's in their fourth house. So Sages have left home at age 15. Like
Yeah.
and they never turn back. And
Right.
actually, you hit it on the head. I think they're wanting cozy home. They're wanting cozy by the fire,
Right.
Netflix night.
Right.
They've always been life on the town, and now I think they're finally wanting to come home and
Yeah.
relax.
Right.
So they're
100%.
wanting cozy love if there's
Yep.
love. Yeah.
100%.
It's